30. As a matter of policy, the legislature and Governor Steve Bullock have ordered that the Montana Developmental Center in Boulder be closed, impacting 53 developmentally disabled clients and 250 employees.
The work to make that policy a reality began today at the Capitol. MTN's Dennis Carlson says the MDC Transition Planning Advisory Council began to get a handle on the magnitude of the task at hand, closing MDC in 2 years.
At the beginning of today's meeting, Advisory Council Chair Dan Villa made it clear the purpose of this group is to not relitigate Senate Bill 411.
The bill is in the past. It's not our job as a committee to reevaluate whether or not the bill should or should not have passed. It is our responsibility to advise the department what we think an enhanced community-based service model would look like.
The closure or repurposing of MDC is part of a deinstitutionalizing process in Montana in favor of community-based services for the developmentally disabled.
What our task will be over the next several months is to identify what is needed in a community, what are the barriers to community services, and whether or not there is the ability to meet those needs.
And those barriers are lengthy. Insufficient and inflexible reimbursement for providers, lack of startup capital for community providers, lack of community psychiatric services in Montana.
We have a acutely needy population at Montana Developmental Center. We have a desire by the state of Montana as a policy matter to enhance our community-based services. So we have to meld those two very I'll say comprehensive goals.
Currently, half the population of clients at MDC are on a waiting list for community-based care, but no providers will take them. Also, there are no services in Montana for MDC clients with the most serious behavioral problems, which include severe self-harming, problematic sexual behavior, aggression, and personality disorders.
Or is there another opportunity for either the state of Montana or other providers to meet the needs of the people at MDC currently?
During the next 18 months, this 15-member council will tackle thorny issues like these as the work to close MDC moves forward. Reporting from Helena, Dennis Carlson, MTN News.
The Advisory Council will tour the Boulder campus next month.
The embattled head of Spokane's NAACP chapter, a woman who grew up in northwest Montana, has stepped down following questions about her ethnicity.
Rachel Dolonzel claimed to be an African-American woman, though her parents say she was born white. Chris Martinez has more on Dolonzel's decision to resign.
Through a Facebook post, Rachel Dolezal gave up her position as NAACP chapter president without clearly answering lingering questions about her ethnicity, saying in part, "In the eye of this current storm, I can see that a separation of family and organizational outcomes is in the best interest of the NAACP." Controversy has been building around Dolezal for days after accusations that she was misrepresenting her background.
If I was asked, I would definitely say that yes, I do consider myself to be black.
But pictures from her childhood in Montana show a blonde, blue-eyed, freckled-faced girl. Her parents say Dolezal has lied about her past for years.
Our daughter is primarily German and Czech, and of European descent.
So she's white.
Caucasian. She's white.
Dolezal was once married to a black man and grew up with 4 adopted black children. One of her brothers claims she asked him to help keep her true ethnicity a secret.
Just like trying to say like people were racist for her entire life, even though she grew up a white, privileged person up in Montana.
Dolezal also serves as chair of Spokane's Independent Police Commission, and the city is investigating whether she lied about her ethnicity on her application. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, the Storm Tracker and Weather Team is very excited about our new set because they have a brand new home and Mike, a proper weather center for a team working around the clock to predict Montana's ever-changing weather.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about this. It's huge back here. We can have all 3 of us working at one time. And speaking of weather, you know, a little cool out there today. Not like mid-June, but we'll be warming up later this week. 64 right now at the airport, at 65 at Malmstrom. We've got 61 over in Belt, Highwood, Flowery, Power, Sun River, Vaughn, all checking in with mid-60s at this hour. Some 70s showing up on the map. Helena's one of them. Malta, Wolf Point, all in the 70s. Cutbank, one of the cooler spots, along with Lewistown there in the lower 60s. Quite a few clouds out there, and we will see those clouds hang around for the evening hours. But temperatures they'll stay comfortable. Partly sunny here this evening. Our sunset at 9:24, and then later on tonight, I think a lot of the clouds will start to clear out. And heading into the day tomorrow, we'll see a lot of sunshine. Not a bad day ahead of us here tomorrow. I'll show you when we get back to the 80s. Coming up in Storm Tracker weather.
Thanks, Mike. We'll see you in a few minutes. Well, water restrictions have ended for Great Falls residents and businesses located north and west of the Missouri River.
The restriction was implemented due to a major water main replacement project between Oddfellows Park and Broadwater Bay Boat Ramp. Officials say water levels at Hill 57 Reservoir are now returning back to normal levels. Phase 2 of the project is now underway, but is not expected to have any impacts on residents in the area. The city appreciates everyone's patience during the restriction.
We shouldn't have any impact with the public, the driving public, or people won't see any difference in the water levels or water restrictions. So we hope to have River Drive opened by the end of next week.
Phase 2 of the project is tentatively scheduled to be completed by mid-July. As you can see, we've upgraded our look here significantly at KRTV with our brand new set.
And of course, we do appreciate all of your patience. Viewers have been very patient with us over the past few weeks during this transition.
Yeah, we're excited to reveal our new digs to you today. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of effort by many people to get to this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a look at how we got to this point. Our old set had served us well since the fall of 2008. It featured a main news desk as well as an area for sports, on-set interviews, and our weather center.
And crews began construction on this new set May 25th. And you can see here what you're watching is the demolition of that old set and that plastic that was up. We felt a little bit like we were in a bubble there for a while. And while most of our newscasts during the transition originated from our newsroom, we were able to broadcast some of our news programming from our old set with some limited camera shots and lighting.
Our old chroma key wall, also known as the green screen, took a beating before coming down last week. And now we're excited about, of course, our brand new weather center, as you saw earlier.
And all of this was done to make way for our new set from industry leader Devlin Design Company, complete with new lighting and high-definition monitors ranging from 42 to 90 inches.
Yeah, and our next big move will be to broadcast our news in high definition, long awaited for all of us and you, the viewers, and that is planned for later this year. So again, we thank you for being patient with us, and we're excited to be here.
That's great.
Yeah, we look good.
Exactly.
This set looks good.
You do.
Yeah.
We'll try to look good on it.
We'll
do our best.
We'll try our best to keep up with it. And Tom will show off another spot of the set coming up here in just a little bit. But for now, still to come on KRTV.